Good morning, everyone. So, today we'll be starting with a new chapter, Advent of the Aryans and the Age of Rig Veda. So, the very first thing regarding the arrival of Aryans, there are various theories. So, theories regarding original home of the Aryans. So there are basically 4 or 5 theories. One is European theory, that the original home is in Europe, somewhere in Europe, because there's a lot of similarity between Sanskrit, rather structural and word-based similarities between Sanskrit and the family of Indo-European languages, which includes German, Spanish, French. Then there is Central Asian theory. It says that Aryans lived in the Central Asian steppes, and basically there's a lot of religion. There are a lot of similarities between Zend-Avesta and the Vedas. So on that basis, people say that Central Asia must have been the original home of Aryans. Arctic origin theory, a very famous theory propounded by Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak. So basically, the basis of this theory is that in Rig Vedas, 6 months of night and 6 months of daylight have been mentioned, which is only possible in case of Arctic region. Tibetan theory. This was propounded by Swami Dayanand Saraswati, and mainly because of the similarity between some Tibetan scriptures, ancient Tibetan scriptures and Vedas, and final one is Indian theory. So the Sapt Sindhu, as mentioned in Rig Veda, it is in India, and most of the physical features mentioned in Rig Veda is that of Punjab. So these are the few theories. Originally, it seems that Aryans, they lived somewhere in the steppes, and which stretched from southern Russia to Central Asia. So many, and again this theory is propounded that they lived somewhere near the steppes, mainly because of the similarity between the names in both the Indian languages and the languages which were spoken in the steppes at that point of time. So similarity in the names of animals and plants. So on this basis, people say, good morning Arish, people say that they lived in the steppes. So basically, Aryans were mainly pastoral with agriculture being their secondary occupation. And as is the nature of a pastoral society, it was a male dominated society. So domesticated horse, it appeared in 6th millennium BC in the region of Black Sea and Ural Mountains area. So on their way to India, the Aryans, they first appeared in Central Asia, and again it is said on the basis of a lot of similarity which is found between the ancient Iranian culture and Indian culture. So the very first important thing, Rig Veda. It has been accorded the status of oldest scripture in the world by UNESCO, and it is indeed the oldest scripture in the world. The word 36 times this word occurs. So so basically the textual literary proof of the existence of Aryans, we know about it from Rig Veda, and the Vedic scriptures, they are divided into two parts: early Vedic literature and later Vedic literature. So early Vedic literature, it includes the Rig Veda, Rig Veda Samhita, and other texts of the family. Later Vedic literature includes books 1, 8, 9 and 10. So these are of the Rig Veda, and apart from the Rig Veda, it includes Sam Veda, Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda, Brahmanas, Aryankas and Upanishads. Okay. So Rig Veda, basically it is a collection of prayers offered to Agni, in Indra, Mitra, Varuna and other gods by various families of sages and poets. So it contains 1028 hymns. Divided into 10 mandals, and the first and 10th mandal, they seem to have been the latest addition. Okay, so today we'll just see what all is there in all the 10 mandals of Rig Veda. So the first one is Mandal 1, and it comprises of 191 hymns. So the first word of Rig Veda is that of Agni. Agni and Indra as well as Varuna, Mitra, the Ashwins, the Maruts. So Maruts were gods of storm. Usha. So Usha was the goddess of dawn. Surya, Bhuj, Rudra, Vishnu, heaven and earth, and all the gods. So it contains philosophical riddles as well. So this mandal, it is mainly concerned with metaphysics. Attributed mainly to Agni and Indra. So this mandal, it's chiefly attributed to Rishi Samada Sonahotra. So this Rishi or this clan is responsible for writing this mandal. Then we have third mandal, comprises 62 hymns mainly to Agni, Indra and Vishwadevas. And the third mandal, it contains the Gayatri mantra as well. It is the verse number 10. It is in the third book. Total number of hymns is 62 and Gayatri mantra is the 10th hymn of third mandal of Rig Veda. So most of the hymns, they are attributed to Rishi Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra, and in fact, Gayatri Mantra, this has been also composed by Maharshi Vishwamitra. The fourth mandal comprises 58 hymns, mainly to Agni and Indra. Agni and Indra, as well as Prabhus. Then we have Ashwin, Brahaspati, Vayu, Ushas. And whom is this attributed to? Few important ones will work, Arish. Not necessary to remember all the gods. Uh, However, you can. It's important to remember the name of Indra. Ashwin is for sun god itself. Then Indra, Rudra, Agni, Soma, Varuna, Vayu, Ushas, and in case of female deity, Aditi is the most important. So Mandal 5, it comprises of 87 hymns. As you yourself can see that in most of the mandals which we have discussed till now, two names are very prominent, Agni and Indra. So these were the two most important gods in during the Rig Vedic period. This was also dedicated to mainly to Agni and Indra. The Vishwadevas, the Maruts. Okay, I'll write it in the next line. The twin deity of Mitra, Varuna and the Vishwadevas. Usha and Savitri. Atri clan, or you can also say Atri Rishi. So Mandal 6, it comprises of 75 hymns dedicated mainly to Agni and Indra, and apart from that, all the gods, Ushan is there, then we have Varuna, sorry, not Varuna, Ushan, Ashwin, Ushas. Then we have Mandal 7. So this contains 104 hymns. Dedicated to Agni and Indra. They will be common in almost all the mandals. Agni, Indra, the Vishwadevas, the Maruts, then the twin deity of Mitra and Varuna, then we have Ashwins, Ushas, Indra, Varuna together, then Varuna separately, then we have Vayu, two and two each to Saraswati and Vishnu. Now, one thing which is to be remembered, when I am mentioning Saraswati over here, I am not mentioning the I am not referring to the river Saraswati. They are attributed to Vasishtha, Maitra, Varuni. Then next we have is Mandal 8. So it comprises of 103 hymns, dedicated to various gods. Hymns 849 to 859 are 859 are that is they are of philosophical or metaphysical form, attributed to the Kanva clan and rest to other Angiras. One thing I would like to specify about Mandal 7 is that apart from Vashisht, there are many other clans, there are many other sages, rishis who have written in uh, Mandal 7. Then we have is Mandal 9. So that is what I want to say is in Mandal 7 you cannot attribute all the creations to Vashisht. Though most of the hymns they have been created by Vashisht, but other rishis have contributed as well. So Mandala 9 it comprises of 114 hymns. Entirely devoted to Soma. Next we have is Mandal 10. So it comprises 191 additional hymns addressed to Agni and Indra, to Agni and Indra and various other deities. So apart from this, it is very important to remember contains Nadi Sukta, which is in praise of rivers and is important for the reconstruction of the geography of Vedic civilization. So it gives a details of all the rivers, and through this we come to know about the land which was inhabited by the Aryans. For example, Saraswati and all the tributaries of Indus, along with Indus, they have been mentioned in this mandal, but Ganga and Yamuna, they have been mentioned only once or twice. So from this we can say that the eastern portion was not inhabited by Aryans initially. Then we have is in Mandal 10 itself, we have Purush Sukta. It is very important from the point of view of Vedic sociology. Studies of Vedic sociology. And why? Because 4 Varnas have been mentioned. The 4 Varnas, that is Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. These are the 4 Varnas which have been mentioned in the Purush Sukta. Then another one is, which is in 10th Mandal itself, is Nasadya Sukta. Let's take a look. What is it all about? So it deals with multiple speculations about the creation of universe and whether anyone can know the right answer. And something very important which is included in Mandal 10 is the hymns related to marriage and death. And other things which are important for running a household. So these particular things they can be said to be a part of Grih Sukta. Okay, so this is it. This is all which we have for today. We'll continue with the remaining portion in the next class. Thank you.